Alright, I have a fun, quote unquote, little past work experience story that wanted to share because why not? I don't work there anymore. Now, I'm kind of open about where I work, but just because it's a video, I'll change the name up. So the place I worked at was Worst Cells is what we'll call it, We'll call it Worst Cells. You get what the reference is too. Awesome, great. If you don't, whatever, doesn't matter. Anyways, the store I worked in, I started working there whenever COVID lockdown, at least in the area, was kind of lifted. Masks were still slightly mandatory, but not really. Um, and so, yeah, what I was doing is I was doing counter work. I would essentially be like, hey, what do you need? Okay, this is how long it'll take. This will be the cost. Or if I can try and help and fix it on the counter, then I'll do that. We had to put in a policy for a while where to get even like counter help, you needed to have a reservation. And this was our store policy just because we were very understaffed and shit happens, stuff like that always happens. Well, obviously that doesn't make people happy whenever they show up to get a question asking, like if it's something that's not just a quick answer, they don't want to have to come back in 3 days to get the answer they don't want to hear. Well, because in the company's outlandish choices that they've decided to make, they set up a call center that was not related to the store at all. So you would go to call thinking you're calling the store, but instead you're getting hit with a call center. And the call center people would say whatever the fuck they want. They would get no repercussions, and if they were wrong, it didn't matter because how are you going to complain about a call center person telling you something when then you show up in the store and you can just yell at the people in the store, Karen things. So that happened a lot. People would call in. We would get told, this was my favorite one. A lady called and goes, hi, is this the X location? Person would say, yes it is. How can I help you? And they're like, all right, well, I need to go in for this. Is this something they can do? Yes it is. That's it. The people wouldn't do any further help. They wouldn't try to set up an appointment or anything. So they would show up. We would explain to them that no, we don't have a call center. If you want to call us directly, you have to call this specific number, and we would then give it to them. If they would still want an appointment, we would try to set them one up as soon as possible. But the problem was, our soon as possible was 2 weeks out at that point. Like, we just couldn't do anything. Like, it was just like, if we can't help you right there on the counter, you're gonna have to wait 2 weeks, or go somewhere else. And it could definitely irritate some people, and rightfully so. That would be very obnoxious to get told one thing, then you have to do another. Well, one evening on a very slow evening, there wasn't many people in the store, and I was behind the counter. I was waiting for an appointment to come in. Like, I had even seen them show up. They waved. They were like, hey, that's me. I got to do a rush. I'm like, all right, yeah, sounds good. I was the only one at counter. And so some older couple comes in, about, I want to say 60 to 70, and they're like, hi, I'd like to drop off my computer. I was like, well, do you have an appointment? She goes, no, that's not what I was told. I was like, our store policy is that you need to have an appointment for us to be able to work on your device. She goes, well, that's not what the call center people said. And she started going off. Like, she was pissed. Again, I can understand, but then, like, she started directly yelling at me, saying it's my fault, everything was my fault. I'm literally just sitting there at the desk. I'm like, would you like me to go get a manager? No, she got really pissed. Husband not saying anything. Husband, complete fucking cuckold, I think that's the term. I don't know. Dude was a bitch though. He wouldn't say shit. He just looked really embarrassed. And it was pretty entertaining to me because I was like, well, if you have a complaint, just put it in online. And she goes, oh, like that'll do anything. She yelled that shit. And after that, I was like, thanks for coming in. And she stared at me, gave me the death stare, and stormed off. And I was laughing so hard even as she was walking out, like just out loud laughing. And at the time, the like kind of temp security person came over to me like, what was all of that about? So I explained it, and she goes, bro, holy shit, like I was here. Everyone in the store, even like my manager, there was maybe two managers in the store. Right? In total of the five managers that worked there was two in store. One not paid enough to give a shit, and the other one, I don't think he knows where he's working half the time. Not because he's high, he's just old. But yeah, I didn't get in trouble for it. I don't think I could get in trouble for it because I handled that the best way I possibly could, aside from laughing out loud. Granted, that was for my own benefit. And what are you gonna do? Like write me up for laughing? Fuck it if they did that. I got written up for stupid shit, but whatever, That was like the best thing to come from that job was literally that interaction, telling a lady like have a nice day after she screamed at, and like this, it shut the store up. Like there was some decent murmur and everything, but no, like everyone stopped what they were doing and stared at her. And I was just laughing my fucking heart out, dog. That shit was the funniest fucking thing to me. Granted, that old lady probably went on later to post on fucking Facebook, like, I was disrespected at this store. Bro. It's too fucking funny, dog. It's too fucking funny. It's literally, it was kind of the generation clash of, I want what I want and I'm gonna get it, and the generation clash of kind of mine and the lower generation of I'm not paid enough to deal with this. Like this job doesn't pay me enough to care. I'm telling you what it is, and if you aren't accepting it, then whatever. Right? That's the reality of what it is. But whatever. Dog. I hope y'all enjoyed this fucking story. Gave me a fucking hoot. Anyways, I hope you have a good rest of your day, night, morning, evening, or afternoon, whatever time it is for you. And I'll see you later.